Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. Now you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one starts at $415. Alright, so let's go through the specs real quick. Now this one comes in 4 different colors. You got lime, graphite, violet, and white. For the display, you got a 6.4-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2340. Now that's 403 for the PPI Patrol. You got Gorilla Glass 5 on the front for protection. You got a plastic frame with a plastic back. The phone is IP67, dust and water resistant. You got HDR 10 Plus, up to 1000 nits brightness, and a 120 Hz refresh rate. Now for the processor, you got the Exynos 1380 with the Mali G68 GPU. Now what does that mean in English? Mid-range specs, bro. Mid-range specs. Now on a side note, if you don't know nothing about the Exynos chipset, that would be equivalent to a Snapdragon 778. So it's not bad at all. Now you got 6 or 8 gigs of RAM, 128 or 256 gigs of storage, and you do have a micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now the phone is running Android 13 with Samsung One UI 5.1 skin on top. You got a 5000 mAh battery that features 25 watt fast charge. Okay, for the cameras, on the rear, you got a triple setup. So you got a 50 megapixel wide angle, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel macro sensor. Now you can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second. On the front, you got a 32 megapixel wide angle lens, and you can also shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second. Now you got dual stereo speakers, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, always on display, face unlock, and an on-screen fingerprint sensor. All right, so all of that for $415. What's missing? There's no wireless charge, no IR blaster, no headphone jack, that shit's whack, hashtag bars, and no Samsung DeX. Okay? All right, so let's get right into it. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
White Shoes,
I love my white
calm down. Okay, here we go. Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. Now at $415, this is a strong contender for mid-range phone of the year. Now I know a lot of y'all hate the Exynos processor, but you gotta remember, Exynos processors was really that bad because of Samsung TouchWiz. It really wasn't all of the processor's fault. It was Samsung TouchWiz that was making your phone laggy with that processor, making it seem even worse. Now, I've been using this phone for over a week, and I'm here to tell y'all that the Exynos processor is not bad at all. This is exactly why I do the RDA test, regular daily activities. Now, in the real world, you are not going to notice the difference with this processor. Okay, it's going to feel like a Snapdragon 778, and I'm going to prove it to y'all. All right, so as far as the unboxing experience, I'm trying to say this with a straight face. Nice, clean, white box. Y'all know I like that. Giggity. But of course, no charger in the box. Now 25 watt, fast charging. At least throw the charger in the box for $400. I mean, Samsung, come on. I don't like that. Let's see what you get inside though. However, you do got SIM ejection tool. Okay. And of course, you get your charging cable. Now this is going to be USB Type-C to USB Type-C. Okay, Shoes, inspect that for quality. And that's pretty much it. This is going to be your device. Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. All right, so let's power this up, see if we got any juice. There it is. Let's look around real quick. Down the top, micro SD card slot. Okay, shout out to Samsung for bringing the micro SD cards back. This is also going to be a SIM tray. On one side, you got your power button, volume up and down. On the bottom, one of your speaker grills, USB Type-C charging slot. On the back, triple camera setup. Okay, LED flash. On the front, little punch hole camera. This side is nice and clean. Now, just for comparison's sakes, all right, Shoes going to town on this cable. Let me file that. Just for comparison's sake, here's the Galaxy S23 Plus. Now, these phones look identical, and that's one of the things that I like that Samsung did. All of these phones look the same. Okay, so this is the A54 S23 Plus. Here's an S23. And of course, Galactus. So all of the new Samsung phones, they're getting rid of that camera hump and just going with the actual cameras on the back. I like that. All right, so let me pause the video, delete my browsing history, then we'll walk through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, the first thing I want to do is talk about the build quality of this phone. Now, if you put it side by side with a Galaxy S23 Plus, they look identical. Almost about the same size and width. But you got to remember, with the Galaxy S23 Plus, you got glass on the back, aluminum frame, and wireless charge. So this is going to be the mid-range version, so you're losing some of the bells and whistles. Now, just for argument's sake, let's see the difference in the weight. Now, a lot of people be roasting me because my scale is set to grams, but it is what it is. Y'all know what it is. All right, so let's start off with the A54, 201. Now for the S23 Plus, 200. Now this is kind of wild because you would think that phones with a plastic back and plastic frames would be lighter than the aluminum frame with the glass on the back, but it's not the case. Okay, this is still a big, I wouldn't say heavy, but a sturdy phone. Okay, now even though it does have the plastic on the sides and the back, it doesn't feel cheap at all. No fingerprints on this. All right, shoes, move your tail. No fingerprints on this. Y'all know I got to say it. Feels so good in the hands. Ladies, you know the procedures. Again, there's your power button, nice and low. And of course, just like all of the Samsung phones, you're going to have access to the Samsung store, which is going to give you these cool live wallpapers and lock screens. Okay, no different. This is the same exact wallpapers and lock screens that you're going to find on the big boys. So basically, when you buy this phone, you're just cutting down on the bells and whistles. Now, let me talk about something real quick. As of right now, I would say the best $400 phones would be this one, the A54. We got the Vivo, all right, the V27 Pro. You got the OnePlus Ace, all right, the 2 Ace. And of course, one phone from last year that still stands out, in my opinion, is the Nothing phone. Now, if I had to choose between all four of these phones, personally, I would go with the Nothing phone because you're getting wireless charge, you're getting those cool lights on the back, and it's pretty much a stock Android experience. I love this phone. But this is last year's phone. Now, you could probably find a better phone from last year for $400, maybe a Google Pixel 6, okay, maybe an S22 Plus. If you look around, you can find a dope phone for $400. But let's talk about phones that came out in 2023. All right, so for 2023, out of these three heavy-hitting mid-range phones, how would I rank them? In my opinion, number one, I would go with the Galaxy. Now, keep in mind, the OnePlus does have an IR blaster, and it does have thought protection. Keep in mind that the Vivo arguably has the best cameras. But for all-around usage and the all-around fun factor, I would go with the Galaxy, without a doubt. Now, if you look around, first, you're going to notice you do have always on display. Okay, let me go ahead and open this up real quick so y'all can see the always on display in full glory. Okay, let this start up. Now, watch this. I do have my cool live wallpapers. Okay, let's get a little wipe down so y'all can see this. Bang. Okay, now this is the same exact wallpaper that you're going to find on the big boy. They look the same and they perform the same. Okay, so let's power that off one more time. Here's your always on display. Okay, you see I got the cat. Look at the S23 Plus. Same always on display. Now, if you didn't know nothing about Nothing, you would think that these are probably the same phone. But they're not, okay? One of these is $1,000 and one of these is $400. Samsung did it right with this phone. This is a great mid-range phone. Now, if I had a son right now who is maybe about 10 years old, this is the phone that I would get him. Okay, now, if you got a daughter, of course, you got to get her an iPhone because you're going to be crying. But if it was my son, I would be like, yo, shut the fuck up and take this phone right here. You good to go. Because it looks exactly like a flagship phone. It looks, feels, and performs exactly like a flagship phone. And I got my Galaxy Watch paired to this phone. Okay, so there's your always on display. Let me show y'all one more time. Bang. Now, Samsung, of course, you're going to get all your cool notifications. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can open up your phone. You can swipe up, put in your pattern and your PIN. Next, you got an on-screen fingerprint sensor, which works just as good as it does on the big boy Galaxies. So let's see if we get 3 in a row. And let's try one with the screen off. Bang, there it is. And of course, you got face unlock. Now, I'm going to see if I can do that from behind the camera. Now this one, the long range face unlock. All right, there it is. The long range face unlock, not the best, but if I pull the phone a little bit closer, then it pops right open. Bang, there it is. Okay, so all of the biometrics work with no issues. Now, of course, this is the global ROM, so you swipe over, you got your Google homepage. And of course, we got Steven Seagal. We'll look at that later. Bang. Now, let's go through some of the basic toggles. No Samsung DeX. Okay, that's one thing you got to keep in mind. But you got link to Windows, you got power saving mode, you got do not disturb, PC file transfers, Dolby Atmos, you got a secure folder, that's your thought protection, and of course you got a few more. So you got live caption, extra dim, NFC, Shazam, and you can turn your contrast colors on and off. Let's go to settings. All right, so let's breeze through this real quick. Okay, so you do got NFC and payments. Okay, you got Android Auto, and you got Quick Share. Let's see, nothing to see with the connected devices. Again, Android Auto. I got my Galaxy Watch paired up with no issues. Okay, let's exit out of that. Let's see, let's go to modes and routines. Now, this is kind of new with the One UI 5.1. Set up your different modes. This is pretty much like on your iPhone. If you set up your do not disturb and you set up your different little themes and routines, same thing. Let's go to sound and vibrations. Dual stereo speakers on this one. Let's hit that volume. Okay, classic Samsung ringtone. Got my little notifications on deck. Let's see, do we have a separate sound app? Bingo. Okay, this is another Samsung feature that I like. If you got a Bluetooth speaker paired up to your phone, you can have a separate app for sound. So this way, when you're having your little party, you're having your little get-together, and you're playing music, you don't got to be that one annoying host that keeps getting notifications interrupting the song. You can have a separate sound for app. A separate app for sound. Sound quality and effect. Of course, you got Dolby Atmos. You got an EQ. Now, of course, let me do my custom EQ. Now, this may seem counterintuitive, but this is my my EQ that I rock with Samsung phones. Just get everything at maximum volume. But if you don't want that, you can have classic, pop, jazz, rock, go crazy. Okay, Dolby Atmos for gaming. That's on deck too. Let's see anything else with the sounds. Nothing to see there. All right, so let's go to notifications. Okay, you can have the pop-up windows. Okay, let's go to advanced. Let's see anything new here. Okay, floating bubble notifications. Okay, and you can have the app icon numbers. Nothing really to see there. Let's go to display. Okay, you got dark mode, adaptive brightness, motion smoothness, 120 hertz refresh rate. On a $400 phone, that's excellent. But that's pretty much the normal right now. Okay, for your screen modes, I'm going to leave it on vivid, nice and cold. Okay, edge panels, as you can see, I got all my edge panels set up exactly the same way that you would see on Galactus or Galactus 2.0. Okay, accidental touch protection, nothing to really talk about there. Wallpapers and styles. Okay, now look, this is one thing that I love about Samsung phones. Even on the mid-range phones, you can have these dope live wallpapers, the same ones that you're going to find on my heavy-hitting phones. Look, now this is Galactus 2.0, and this is the $400 phone, and they run exactly the same. How dope is that? That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Okay, so let's see. Anything to see there? Nothing really. Home screen. Nothing to see there. Everything on deck. I think I just turned something off by accident. Let me see. Okay, apps. Okay, there it goes. Add icon badges. Leave those on. Rotate to landscape mode. Let's see if that works now. Bang. This is pretty dope too. Now, a lot of phones, it may seem like I'm making a big deal about this, but go in your pocket right now, pull out your iPhone, pull out your big boy iPhone 14 Pro Max, and try to rotate the home screen. Let me open mine up and I'll show you exactly what happens when you try that. Try to rotate your iPhone home screen, nothing happens. So it seems like I'm making a big deal about small features like that. It's because $1,200 phones don't have that. Now, when I'm in my car, I like to have my phone on the dock like this. You don't always want to have your phone upright like this. All right, sometimes depending on where your event is at, you might want to leave it like this. So now you got that home screen rotation. That's just a cool little feature to have. Okay, exit out of that. Let's see, security and privacy. Okay, you got the full security suite. You got your biometrics, face unlock, fingerprint sensor. You got your secure folder. You got Samsung Pass. Save all of your fingerprints for all your different apps. You can log in using your fingerprint. Okay, I like that. Let's see, accounts and backup, nothing to see there. Let's go to advanced features. Okay, let's see if anything new on labs, multi-window, full screen split. Okay, swipe for pop-up view, I don't use those, and swipe for split screen, I don't use those either. But they're there if you need them. Side key, okay, double press. That's your WorldStar hip-hop button for your camera. Okay, let's see, you got video call effects, game launcher, dual messenger. Okay, and of course, if you're buying this for somebody older, you can put it in easy mode. Okay, so you got your digital well-being. Okay, monitor your scumbag activities. Exit out of that. Let's see, general management. Okay, nothing to really see there. Apps and languages. Accessibility. All right, so if you're hearing or visually impaired, all of the settings on deck. Okay, you got your software updates, your tips and user manual, and about phone. Let's go to about real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's go to software information. Okay, One UI 5.1, Android 13. And keep this in your mind. When you're watching this video, remember, this is the Exynos chipset, the one that everybody hates, but in the real world, look how it runs. Just as smooth as anything else. Now, look, I don't know how you do when you get your new phones, but me, the first thing I don't do, okay, let me tell you what I don't do. I don't go to Geekbench. I don't go to all of these, little nerd sites to check the processing speeds. Who cares? Who cares about that? What I care about is when I click Instagram, how fast does it take to pop open? Okay? Can I do split screen multitasking? Can I have a bunch of apps running at the same time? Can I play some games without my phone overheating? These are the things that concern me. And how does the camera work? Okay? Now, in the real world, this phone right here is an absolute beast for $400. I will say this about the build quality. After holding both of them, you will notice the difference. All right, this one, the Galaxy S23 Plus, it has more of a premium feel to it. But some of y'all don't like that. Some of y'all want that plastic kind of feel, which in the long run is going to be more durable. So if you're buying this phone for a little kid and they keep dropping the phone all over the place, the plastic frame and the plastic back is going to be way more durable than aluminum and glass. Even though you're not going to save any difference with the weight. This one is actually a little heavier. Okay, so that's all of the settings. Now let's check the web browsing speeds, and I want to show you something. We'll do them side by side. Remember, this is $1,000 and $400. Let's check the web browsing speeds together. Go to apple.com.
Opening web page.
Okay, now with the $1,000 phone, it was faster. But is it that much faster? Was it really that much faster? This was pretty damn fast. Okay, this is the full website. And of course, since this is the Samsung phone, we could swipe over. We got all of my toggles. Let's go to rectangle. Bang. I can just keep this right here. Boom, little screenshot. And go ahead and share that or save it. Do what I do. Okay? 120 hertz refresh rate. Now watch this. You can tap on this. We can open this up as a pop-up. Okay, move it around. And let's minimize it. Now we got the little internet ball. So now I can go to Facebook. So while I'm on Facebook, okay, my man got a suit. Okay, will the defendant please rise? Okay, salute, stop. And at any moment, bang, right back to this. Minimize this one. Let's go ahead and minimize this one too. Bang, now we got two. Now we'll do something else like Twitter. Now from Twitter, as I'm scrolling through tweets, I can do this. Let's do a split screen. So now we'll do, let's do YouTube music on the bottom. Now look at this. This is multitasking. Again, I hate to go in my pocket. You got a $1,000 iPhone that you can't do half of this stuff on that you're doing right now with a $400 phone. This is kind of crazy. So this is split screen multitasking. And look at this. Now I got Twitter, YouTube music, and Facebook all open at the same time. And this is the Exynos processor. Okay, so let's exit out of that. And here's my Twitter. Exit out of that. More apps, close them both at the same time. Remember, I make real world videos. So in the real world, the Exynos chipset is going to run perfectly fine. I know a lot of y'all, including me, we had this stigma about the Exynos chipset. As soon as you hear Exynos, you're like, nah, that phone is trash. Get that out of your mind, okay? Part of that was TouchWiz. TouchWiz was trash. But now with Samsung One UI, the battery on this phone has been fantastic. I haven't seen any lag, any hiccups. And just for comparison's sake, if I pull out the $1,000 phone, Look, everything is running exactly the same. That's all the same widgets. Pull out the $400 phone, same widgets. Just as smooth, just as fast. No issues with the web browsing speeds at all. All right, so now let's test out the dual stereo speakers. And of course, I got the official Flossy Carter sound test by my homeboy, Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test. Time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth. Time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud?
How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now?
That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Nice and loud. I'm going to cover up the bottom. This is just the top. Okay.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it?
You can feel the bass vibrating a little bit.
How's the sound, baby? That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. So the dual stereo speakers sound great. Now here's the thing. Remember we were just talking about what's the best $400 phone? The Vivo does not have dual stereo speakers. Okay, so you can already cancel this one out of my run-ins for the best phone right now, even though the camera is pretty damn good. I would say the camera on the Galaxy is just as good, and you're getting stereo speakers. Now with the OnePlus, the camera is nowhere near as good as either one of these, but you do have stereo speakers and an IR blaster and full thought protection. Just things that you want to think about. But as far as the A54, excellent speakers. All right, so now let's take a look at this display. Remember, 6.4-inch AMOLED panel with 1000 nits brightness. Here we go. Full screen. A little bit of bezels, not too much. Pretty good viewing angles. But this screen is super bright and vibrant. Exactly what you would expect from a Samsung Galaxy phone. Look at this. Beautiful. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's try a little bit of gaming. Of course, we got Asphalt 9 queued up. Here we go. Okay, Exynos chipset. Let's see how this works. Look at that, look at that. I'm trying to get as much motion as possible. Okay, hold up. I can't be losing though. Let me get that ramp, bro. Now watch the landing, watch the landing. There it is. Pardon me, sir. Look, no lag. Running just as smooth. Bang. There it is. All right, so let me power this off for a minute. Gaming on the Galaxy A54, no issues at all. And I gotta say this one more time. Do not let the Exynos chipset scare you away. I've been using this phone for over a week. I can have either one of these in my pocket and it will definitely feel about the same. That's one of the things that I love about technology right now. I gotta go off on one of my tangents real quick. You remember back in the days when you got your Galaxy S3, then you got your Galaxy X4, then your Galaxy S5. Every year you felt the difference in the processor. You felt less lag. You felt more smoothness, more fluidity. Those days is pretty much over. Okay, now if somebody closes your eyes and just goes like this with a case on each one of these phones and says, okay, use this for a few minutes. Once you open it up and start using it, you're not going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I know for a fact this is the Galaxy 54. Oh, wait a minute. I know for a fact this is the S23 Plus. It's really about features. All right, as far as performance-wise now, they're going to feel about the same. You're going to notice the difference with no wireless charge. Okay, no Samsung DeX. you're going to notice some of those kind of bells and whistles. But for performance, gaming, surfing the internet, all right, trolling on your favorite social media accounts, this is a beast. Okay, I can't say enough good things about this phone. This is a beast. All right, so now let's take a look at the camera. Now you do got your World Star Hip Hop button. Press the power button twice. Bong, opens up your camera just like that. Shoes. Let me get a shot. Let me get a quick shot. Bong, let's get one more. Bong, just like that. Let's see how shoes looking. Okay. Real nice. Okay, now the camera on this phone is surprisingly good. Let's go through some of the different shooting modes. Okay, now what did I do with my camera? Hold up. What I did the camera? You see, this caught me off guard because I usually have a camera set up right here. Okay, look at that. Yo, what the? Where the fuck is the camera? Oh, hold on, is it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I might have to edit that part out. That was a maximum brain freeze right there. I just got caught off guard because if you look at any one of my Galaxy phones, the camera is always on the bottom. I don't know how that happened. I think I changed that when I was playing with the settings. All right, anyway, let's go through the different shooting modes. You got fun. Okay, who don't like to have fun? You got your fun shooting mode. I like that. With all your different faces and your AR stuff. You got portrait mode. All right, let's see if I can get a... I don't want to troll shoes too hard. Okay, little portrait shot right there. You can adjust your bokeh effects. Okay, look at the detail on this. Now I'm gonna show you some real pictures. They do look nice. Again, you can change the effect. You got photos. So from photos, you got wide angle all the way up to 10 times zoom. Okay, not the most scummiest scumbag zoom, but it looks pretty good. You got videos. Now from videos, you can zoom up to 10 times and you can shoot 4K at 30 frames per second. No 4K 60 frames per second. So that's another thing that you lose in, all right, when you don't buy the big boy version. No 4K 60 frames per second and no 8K videos. But for $400, who cares? Now you got more. So you got pro mode, you got pro video, single take, night shots, food, panorama, macro, super slow motion, regular slow motion, and hyperlapse. Now, one thing I do want to point out, you don't have to put the camera in night mode at nighttime. All right, so if you're shooting some photos, all you got to do is open up your regular camera. If it's a dark shot, it's automatically going to go to night mode. I like that. All right, so take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. All right, so now let's do the RDA test, regular daily activities. Now, this is one of the most important RDA tests that I've done in a long time because a lot of y'all are on the fence about this phone, and the only thing stopping you is the Exynos chipset. So let me show you how the Exynos chipset works in the real world, regular daily activities. Now, keep in mind, there's no wireless charge. So you're going to have your phone on the table like this, but as you can see, always on display. So I got the time, the date, my battery percentage, and all my notifications. Now, just for fun, let's see the charge animation. One of the things that I look for these days. Okay, not the most fancy. I think Samsung needs to update these, but it is what it is. But you will have your cool Samsung lock screens. Okay, something to look at. When you wake up, hit the fingerprint sensor, bang, just like that. First thing I got to do, let's check the weather. Okay. Mostly sunny, beautiful. Now I got it in I got to change my thermostat, my temperature readings. I got it in Fahrenheit. I need it in what is it, Celsius? I need it in Fahrenheit. Y'all know what I'm trying to say though. 14 degrees? No. It's probably around 60 right now. All right, swipe over. Now let's take it to Google. Now let's see what's up with Steven Seagal. Let's see. 70 million rich Hollywood action legend is too weak to protect anyone. Steven Seagal be talking the most shit. Let's get a fresh refresh. All right, let's get a fresh refresh and see what's going down with the Google. Now, this is the same on Google for any phone. It's just as slow. Okay, so we got the Realme GT Neo 5 SE. Okay, SE Special Edition. Okay, what's this? Vivo. We got the new X Fold 2. I will cop one of those as soon as it hits GizTop. Y'all already know I love these foldable devices. Okay, now who's seen this? The Master & Dynamics Bugatti headphones. I need these. I also need this. The Rogue, the ROG. They got a new gaming handheld unit. I already put my name on the waiting list for that one. Okay, so we got some Grand Theft Auto leaked trailer. I don't know how real this is. I don't even want to. Let me go ahead and save that for later. Now, again, if I want to, you see you got all your quick toggles. So I got my recently used apps. I can hit one button right here and just go right to two apps at the same time. So I'm on Apple and YouTube just like that. But I'll exit out of that. We'll save that for later. All right, now I wanted to show you this. I want to go to one of my tools. Let's go to animation. Okay, now look, I can record. And I'm going to record this trailer if I wanted to send to one of my boys. I can record for 15 seconds, but I'm not going to use the whole length. And look at this. Now I can just go ahead and save that or share it at my leisure. Okay, so edge panels, I love those. Exit out of that. Next thing we want to do, let's do a little work. All right, so let's take it over to Gmail. Okay, bike helmets. Okay, who these jokers right here? Jokers. Jokers is old. I'm getting old. I just said jokers. Who are these jokers right here? Jokers. Jokers. Yeah, now, that's how you know you're getting old when you be saying some old people shit. You got to catch yourself like, nah, don't say joke. Don't. If y'all hear me say jokers again, man, somebody pull up to my crib, yo, and handle your business. All right, let's exit out it. So that's the work segment of the day, but you see Gmail widget works flawlessly. Now let's do a little social media savagery. Take it over to Twitter. Remember, this is the Exynos chipset. Keep that in the back of your mind. All right, so let's hit the mentions. Let's see what anybody talking about me today. Let's see Tim Apple. Tim Apple quote video. Let's see the JBL Topo. So we'll do it. Let's see. Is we black? Tim Apple. Shout out to everybody who knows about my man Tim Apple. Oh, now somebody was trolling me right now. I'm about to share. I'll admit it. Now I haven't been on Twitter all day. Let's see. I got caught up in somebody else's conversation. Let's see. What they talking about? JBL. Okay, yeah. JBL. Who's seen these earbuds? Hold up, I got them right here. the JBL. A lot of people thought this was kind of gimmicky, and they kind of are until I paired these to my laptop and was watching TV. Then you realize how dope the actual display in the case is. Because one of my phone is all the way on the charger across the room. I got my earbuds paired up. All right, to my laptop, I'm watching TV, and I can turn my noise cancellation on and off, and pause and play different videos right from the case. All right, so not as gimmicky as it looks, but still kind of gimmicky. Let's see. These Apple people, they so rich and cool, yo. Okay, you know, Apple people, they're definitely rich and cool. I'm not mad at them. Okay, look, we got a cat. Let's see. Watching Flossy Carter review. My cat lady is heavily invested in white shoes. Look at the cat right here. Hey, yo, shoes. Shoes, you got a little friend right here. I'll be trying to plug shoes in with some new friends. Okay, let's see. Check this out. Now, somebody trolled me. Y'all remember I was talking about my group chat with Vladimir Putin? I'm in a group chat with Vladimir Putin. People didn't believe me. All right, this is me, Putin, and Xi Jinping. All right, we went to lunch. Then another day, I was hanging out with Xi Jinping and Duterte. All right. Me and Putin, we had a little bit of beef that day. That's why I had to kind of flex up on him real quick and let him know. All right, but this is me. This is my group chat photo right here. Yeah, I know. The internet is undefeated. So anyway, here's how your Twitter's going to look. All right, shoes, hold up. Yo, shoes, check this out. Yo, bro, look at this, yo. All right, shoes. All right, when I call shoes, she want to come over. She think that means it's time for cuddles. Now, I was trying to show you a new, look, bro. All right, anyway. So anyways, here's how your Twitter's going to look. And at any moment, check this out. Moto X40 on Giztop. All right, you see, I already like that one. I want to save this. So we'll just open up in the pop-up, and then we'll minimize it. So at any moment, I could go back to Twitter. So now let's keep it moving. Let's take it over to Facebook. All right, so let's see what's going down on Facebook. Okay. Shout out to my homegirl, Rebecca, you know what I mean? This is my nephew right here. This is my little nephew. My little nephew right here. Okay. Oh, we're not even friends. We're not even friends. It's like that, bro. Okay. Here's what it is. Okay, so we got the G-Shock Tiffany colors. I like that. Now, you can use the palm swipe if you want to for screenshots. I don't know if I set that up or not. Okay, Monica. Okay, this is another one of my I got a lot of nieces and nephews, bro. Anyway, so here's how your Facebook is going to look. Shout out to Nike. I see you. Okay, it's my birthday, you know what I'm saying? When you gotta write it's my birthday, that, you know, don't do that, man. Don't be like it's my birthday, yo. The people that know gotta know. You never gonna hear me say it's my birthday. If you miss my birthday, that means we're not really cool like that, man. You don't be announcing your birthday, yo. That's a little reach, yo. Now then again, do whatever you want. Who am I to tell you? Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. All right, so we got the foods on deck, and at any moment, bang, back to Twitter. Okay. Minimize that. And let's go ahead and minimize the Facebook too. Okay, open up in a pop-up and then minimize. Bang. So we got two apps right now. Phone still running silky smooth. And look how many apps I got open in the background. I haven't closed one app for the length of this video. Okay, exit out of that. Bang. Next, if I want to watch a YouTube video, okay, I can hit play. Then I can exit out of that. I got picture-in-picture. Everything running at the same time. Close that out. Boom. All right, so next, let's take it over to TikTok. Okay, now for TikTok, I got to turn the volume down. Okay, let's see what's going down on TikTok. Y'all see this dude right here? He be fronting like he can't lift weights. But dude is like probably he's probably one of the strongest dudes. Out here trolling cats in the gym. Who this? Ryan Garcia out here looking for the smokes? Looking for is that Ryan Garcia? No, is it looking for the Jake Paul smoke? Who is that? Looking for the smokes? Okay. You know, I like the face off, so that be getting me kind of hype. Look at Amaya. Amaya out here doing Amaya things. Amaya out here doing Amaya type things. Amaya got nice traps too. I can tell Amaya be working out. Look at her traps here. She get that from me though here. All right, let's see what's up on the train. Little subway activities. It's about to go down. Let's see, somebody about to get. Oh no. All right, look like a troll prank. Okay. Now, yo, I've never been invested in a sport or something that hard. But then again, he said he lost all his money. I guess I can understand that. But Damn, yo. I've never been invested in something on TV enough to make me just really go crazy like that. Even though I think all that stuff is staged anyway, but hey, you got to get your content, man. Do what you got to do for your content. Need that content. All right, chicks out here balling, yo. I like to see that. You know, my man right here, you know, the 3-piece suit. Okay. Anyway, so here's how your TikTok is going to look. Okay. TikTok. Okay, look at this, yo. How come whenever I get locked up, I never, you know what I'm saying? I never encounter any police like this. I always got to get some big no-neck motherfucker, yo. You know what I'm saying? Talk about, I'm asking the questions here, goddammit. Okay, you know. Anyway, so that's it. That's your TikTok. Let's go ahead and open this as a pop-up, and we'll minimize that too. So now look at this. We got 3 full-fledged social media apps ready to go at any moment. So now, let's take it over to Instagram. Okay, let's see what's going down on the gram. Okay, who is this? Daz Dillinger. Says he got the biggest check, was for $2.3 million. He had a strong arm Suge Knight. There's a lot of Suge Knight slander going on now that Suge Knight is in jail. These cats really wasn't talking like that when Suge was out here putting that pressure. But anyway, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so let's see. All right, Tribit got a giveaway. All right, Tribit, one of my favorite speaker deliverers. Let's see. What's Ron DeSanctimonious talking about? right. Let me know what nickname. Yo, shout out to my man Trump, my man Donald Trump Nitty. We calling him Trump Nitty now that he got indicted. My man Donald Trump Nitty be coming out with the best nicknames. I like Meatball Ron. What y'all think? Y'all like Ron DeSanctimonious? That doesn't really roll off the tongue. I like Meatball Ron. This motherfucker look like Meatball Ron. That is what it is, bro. My man Trump Nitty, yo. All right, free Trump Nitty, yo. You know what I'm saying? Now look, we can argue in the comments of what y'all want to see happen to Donald Trump, but me, I'm old school. I don't wish jail on nobody. I'd rather, if you don't like Trump, I'd rather see him lose in the election. I don't like seeing people go to jail because jail is for suckers, yo. I don't like that, yo. Free my man Trump Nitty. Stop. Okay, we got the Ray-Ban stories. Okay, these cats, these are some dancing dudes. Look at who this crowd. Look, mugshot going for, which I think he accused of doing. Bro, come on, man. I don't care what happens. You cannot be taking no mugshots like this, bro. Don't ever do that. You gotta suck it up. At least try to act like a man for a couple of minutes, then go cry in your cell. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, so here's how. Okay, this is a family show. This is how your TikTok, your Instagram is gonna look, and at any moment, look at all these social media apps popping at the same time. Facebook, okay? Close all of these up. Move them out the way. Get back to Instagram. Get back to my browsing. All right, okay. Let's see. Not bad. All right, so look at this. People be doing anything. What's Snoop out here doing the most? look at. Listen, please. Let's see. Is he gonna do a? Yeah, Snoop living his best life, yo, and I am not hating. I am not hating at all. Okay, anyway. So here's how your Instagram. Oh, that's a nice little piece right there. Nice little piece. All right, so here's how your Ashante, let's see, 42 kids, never been married. Man, Ashante's still looking all right, though. You know, my man Stack Bundles, man. R.I.P. Stack. This was one of my guys back in the days when I used to hang out in Far Rock. This is one of my dudes, man. Anyway, all right, so we got the, y'all want the bootleg sneaker spot? Oh, they got the bootleg Cardis right now. And the Fendis. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Check out this spot right here on Instagram. Okay, if you need to get your bootleg game up, it is what it is, bro. Stop paying retail prices, yo. Retail is for suckers, yo. All right, anyway. That was cute. All right, so here's how I can do this all day, so let me just try to speed this up. All right, so here's how your Instagram is going to look, but you see everything is nice and smooth. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. Free my man, Young Theezy. All right, let's see. All right, my man, Big Doc out here. Okay, 50 doing 50 Cent stuff. You notice my Instagram hasn't been too spicy these days, yeah? I haven't had to. I'm trying to look for one more. Let's see. Who this tight shirt? You can see, look at this tight-ass shirt, yeah? Come on, Terry, man. Fucking tight-ass shirt, yeah? You know you bought this shit at Baby Gap, bro. Come on, man. Fucking tight shirt, Terry. All right, anyway, so here's how your Instagram is gonna look. 120 hertz refresh rate, excellent scrolling speeds, no issues at all. Okay, I had to get it one time. Because I know some of y'all derelicts at home like, damn, we ain't get no entertainment. Anyway, nevertheless, I digress. Regular daily activities, this phone handles it with the breeze. With a breeze. No, you see for yourself, look, all these apps still open. All right, I can minimize those. And for the length of this video, I haven't closed out anything yet. So now we hit clear all. I'm not making this up. You watch this whole video this long, you haven't seen any stutter, any hiccups, any lag. You see everything is moving super smooth for $400, and you're still enjoying all of the Samsung features. All right, with your edge panels, your live screen, your live wallpapers, lock screen wallpapers, excellent biometrics, excellent battery life. Look, let me go ahead and wrap this video up right now. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G a major go. Now, personally, I need wireless charge. Okay, I need wireless charge. So if I had only $400 to spend, I'd probably go out and get a nothing phone, or I'd try to find a Google Pixel 6 or maybe a Galaxy S22 Plus. I'd look around, okay, but some people don't want to buy used phones, or some people don't want phones from last year. So if I had $400 and I'm trying to buy a phone from this year, from 2023, and I want to feel like I'm buying a brand new phone and getting a whole new experience, without a doubt, I would go with the Galaxy A54 easily over the trash cameras. Y'all see the cameras on the OnePlus, pretty trash, okay, pretty trash. No dual speakers. Come on, there's nothing to really talk about with that. This is a no-brainer for me. Now, if you put a case on this phone, you're not even going to notice that it doesn't have the glass and the aluminum. It's going to look exact. Look, now, if you get this in white, you get the same color, if you maybe the graphite, it looks exactly like the Galaxy S23 Plus. Maybe keen observers might notice that the flash is in different placements. But just throw them on the table. They look like brand new Samsung Galaxy phones. This is a double major go. I had to take off some points for no wireless charge, for no glass. But you do have expandable memory. Okay, a lot of people have been wanting Samsung to come back with the micro SD card slots. You got a fresh micro SD card slot. I don't know why they didn't put a headphone jack on this one. That might have put us over the top for some of y'all. But this is dope. If you got kids, if you got your parents, there's no reason on this planet right now for your father or your moms, or, you know what I'm saying, to come out with some shit like this. If they're talking about, oh yeah, hold up, let me put my information in, and they pull this shit out right now, you're supposed to karate chop them right in the wrist, be like, yo, calm down, be a good son, be a good daughter, be a good mother or father to your own kids. Okay, get them something like this for $400. You cannot complain. All right, this is an all-around win. As Bob Barker would say, the price is right. And again, I just can't stress this enough. Stop believing the hype. Stop saying, oh, you know, Exynos chipset, it's gonna. I haven't had any overheating. The battery issues is fine. Now, look, I know some of y'all gonna say the Exynos chipset tends to hurt phones with gaming. Now, that's one thing I'm not gonna speak on. I just did regular gaming. Okay, I haven't sat down and played PUBG for 6 hours straight. Okay, I'm not a phone gamer like that. But for regular games, you're in the DMV, you say, okay, let me play a little Asphalt 9, let me play a little Tetris, a little Temple Run, little games here and there while you're waiting for your flight. I haven't had any issues with this at all. But my favorite thing about this phone is just having all of the Samsung features for half of that Samsung price. So anyway, this is the Galaxy A54. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Boxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know, Stream Gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah. to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter. That's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. Hashtag salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes. Picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces. Spock won the beam up. Energize.
We're in a situation where everybody in the world uses technology. And if you're gonna buy some of that technology, you gotta understand certain things. Subscribe to Flossy Carter. He does reviews of all the latest technology. The iPhones, the iPads, the Galaxies, the Samsungs, whatever the fuck. The Beats by that doctor guy. And he puts his kitty cat in the videos too for you something to look at. You know, I'm an animal lover, so I like that shit. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to Flossy Carter on the YouTube, the follow button on the Instaface, and the like button on the Facelook. Because if you don't, we're gonna have a fucking problem here. A bad one. Now hit the fucking subscribe button.